football team's got me drinking. My football team's got me drinking. Give me beer, whiskey, wine or gin, anything to shake this mood I'm in. My football team's got me drinking.
Back at it again with another shade of blue. We are the KC Soccer Journal. My name is Cody Bradley. I've got Thad Bell, Robert Russert, David Greenwald, and Kerry Robinson here. Everyone is here to talk this week because a lot has happened. Finally, bit of a slow off season. Took a minute to get the coach. Now the wheels are turning and things are happening. Thad, I'm starting to get a little bit tingly. I don't know how this is going to look for the actual team on the field, but everything seems to be positive. Things are happening. So we got a lot to talk about. The new owner, they actually played a game on the field. There are roster rumors, some new additions, but the headliner here is, of course, the ownership change. Welcome, Peter Malouk. The Illigs have sold or are selling their 70% stake in the club. Thad, how have you reacted to the ownership change this week?
Well, I think everything I can say about everything that's going on right now is positive. Okay.
Yeah.
Some more so than others. Peter Malouk has a lot of money. He's very interested in seeing a winning team, according to the interviews. And this is a guy who's been rumored to be the one taking over for a while now. Every time I would mention something about a new owner, this is the guy that I knew was supposed to be it. Just couldn't say it because I couldn't burn sources. But anyway.
Yeah, we had discussed this once before. It was kind of
Yes.
rumored, and his name was thrown out there. You mentioned he's very rich. Bloomberg calls him the 317th richest person on planet Earth.
That's not shabby.
That's not too shabby. Where do the Illigs match up on that?
Much lower.
Much lower.
The last I saw, the Illigs are worth about $2 billion, give or take.
Between 1 and 2.
And he was like 11, I believe.
Yeah. I mean, like orders of magnitude more billions.
The first 10 billion are the hardest, David.
That's
So
what they say.
What do you think about the Illigs? They sold their 70% stake. Malouk is now going to be at 80.
I'm excited for a new owner with more money who does not seem to have any issues spending it. I think that's really exciting. But as bad as the last few years have been for Sporting, I do think that the Illig family, along with the Pattersons and the rest of that ownership group, but really the Illigs and the Pattersons deserve their flowers. You know, they took On Goal and a club that was playing at Cab, and they built a state-of-the-art new stadium.
Yeah.
And, you know, they transformed this franchise and made us kind of a shining star franchise for a while. You know, I've met Cliff a couple times. You know, he really, really, truly loves soccer. And so, you know, I'm excited for this new chapter for Sporting, but I'm very appreciative of what Cliff and his family was able to do for us.
I'm glad you said that, Dave, because that's the point that I really wanted to make at different times too. Is while the Illies have caught a lot of crap the last couple of years, they deserve a lot of credit. And you say took a team from Cab, they took a team that was basically being kicked out of Arrowhead and was at its low point. And you know they were smart enough to go get a guy who knew soccer, Peter Vermees, who's taken some very deserved arrows over the last couple of years, but also took a team that was nothing to being MLS Cup champion and multiple U.S. Open Cups. So all of them deserve credit.
Yeah, they do. Then cash out and get that money. The job was done from their perspective, I think. And then once they look and see another few years of rebuilding and some angry fans, then all of a sudden this guy's going to pay them. I think it was like the valuation puts it according to Forbes, puts it at 700 million. And I think prior to that, it was at 650 million. So maybe someone from their perspective is offering a little bit higher than market value. Robert, how do you feel about all this?
Well, hey guys, just math. You know, we know how great math is. Just a reminder, there are 1,000 millions in a billion. That is insane, isn't it? My Lord.
Yeah,
Anyway,
humans don't have the ability to comprehend like big numbers and big spaces like that. I was reading a story about that. It's genuinely difficult for us to comprehend how big these numbers are getting.
Definitely
math
hard
is
for
hard
me.
sometimes.
But yeah, the Illick's great. Yeah, they were wonderful for this franchise, and as Cliff will remind you, also helped bring the World Cup to Kansas City, this summer. So that's a last feather in his cap, perhaps. But this is just a progression that clubs go through, right? You've got investors, or you got an owner who gets you started, Lamar Hunt. You've got investors who then buy the team, take it to the next level, and then you've got one that sees the value and brings up the next level. So yeah, I'm excited about it. I think the quote in the Star article Sam had, he's going to spend a lot of big money next season. So we're going to have to wait a little bit for that. But yeah, exciting times for sure.
I would like a definition of what next season is, because like this season hasn't started yet, so this is next season. I don't know.
Get him on a
And
technicality, Thad. Good job.
can I throw like a rumor that I heard out there? I don't want to say but a little more than a
Yes.
rumor.
Yes.
But if I understood correctly, there was a meeting with owners at one point, and Malouk basically said, "Take this money and go buy players," and that's how we have Dayon and
Right.
Manu and some of that stuff. So I think others chipped in too. So don't get me wrong. Like, I'm not saying he was the only one, but he was the one like, this team needs more investment, and put some money on the table.
Yeah,
Yeah,
it
the
feels
exact quote is, "What you're going to see next season is a big, big financial commitment to do whatever it takes to build upon what we're building upon this season." So
Okay. Next season is next year.
to which he also said that 99.5% of the metric that he cares about is winning,
yay.
and that 0.5 will be something else, which is great. It feels good to be wanted as such a bad team that this is, to someone that sees actual potential hope,
Yeah.
you know?
Yeah, it's all positive, as Thad was saying. It's just a good direction to go in. The fact that a new person does want to come in, they've made the investment. Now he knows it's not a short-term investment. He's got to put more money into it. He's more motivated. So I think this is all only good things.
I think we'll
Since
talk about this later, but we could be finding love in a hopeless place.
I know I'm supposed to know that reference.
It's a song.
Yes, it is.
It's
It's a pretty
song.
popular song from
But-
not that long ago.
By a non-player that has the same name of the sporting player we just got.
Yeah, I gathered that. I did eventually figure the reference out, but yeah,
Okay.
it's not one that just jumps
So
out
we're
there.
just making sure that you knew that it was a song.
Yes, I'm recognizing that I'm old, and I accept that.
We'll sing it all 3 times that he scores for us.
He scored
the other
5 times last year.
Okay, we'll sing it 5 times. The other thing that I'm excited about with Malouk is that he's a Kansas guy, or I'll say broadly a Kansas Citian. He's from here. He wants to see the team succeed. He wants to see the area succeed. So, it's not like a smash and dash kind of thing like you get, like the Oakland A's or the Raiders, or even was it Precourt who moved Columbus down to Austin.
Mm.
We've got somebody who wants to see the city succeed, and I'm very excited about that.
Yeah, he's also a minority owner in the Royals. And again, I'd heard that at one point he had considered trying to take it over, but the whoever owns the stuff wasn't selling, or there was some whatever's going on, but he had that interest.
Guys, what I'm going to hate about this, though, is, eventually we're going to be that team that everybody's going to hate because we're just buying players to win. And, it's going to be rough.
Yeah.
65-year-old Cristiano Ronaldo and all of his buddies from Barca or from Madrid.
Good problems to have, though, Robert. I'll take those issues over where we're currently at.
He does also
Numbers wise, though, going back to the numbers, I just looked this up real quick. Toronto FC paid a $10 million expansion fee in 2007. San Diego, $500 million, just, 2 years ago. So a year ago.
Jeez.
So, look at the valuation of the club. That's just only, it's close to what a expansion fee is. So good number, but maybe not as great as, maybe some people think. I don't know, but interesting.
Yeah, and they actually reported that the sale itself is the biggest sale in Major League Soccer history. Is that right,
Yeah.
Thad?
For the majority owner stake,
For a majority owner stake, yes.
if I remember correctly. So not for the entire club value, but yes,
Yeah.
The Sporting was like at 650 million in the last Forbes evaluation last in 2025, I think. And so they were basically mid-pack at that point. And so the valuation, I think, was made at 700,000 for the club because of time and maybe just to make it more valuable for the leagues to sell. I don't know. Sometimes you have to buy stock at a higher value than what it's worth to get ownership of a company, that sort of thing. So that's my guess there.
Just as some context here, it values the team at 700 million. Last year, Forbes had LAFC valued at 1.25 billion, Inter Miami at 1.2 billion, and the LA Galaxy at 1 billion.
Yeah. But LA, Miami. So
right.
Yeah. Also saw same article or not, I don't know, but we lost what they thought 2 million last year. The club did. Anybody else remember seeing that? And then we were also like 11th in revenue, which is a bit surprising.
Well, there was not as many tickets sold. There was not as much merchandise sold. I'm not sure if that makes up for the 2 million, but
yeah.
The
I'm
Jake
just
Reed
surprised we're
effect.
that high in revenue in the league, though. 11th. That's impressive for kind of season we had,
Well,
last couple seasons.
Isn't that exactly why Jake Reed won Executive of the Year or whatever? Isn't that? I mean, I think that's exactly why.
Yeah. And people will complain about Jake Reed, but he is there to try to bring money into the club in order for them to not lose so much money.
And I bet he is so happy right now. There are now like 4 other names that people can complain about online and point the finger at for things going wrong other than him. So he's got to be rejoicing in this just a little bit.
Something that we should be rejoicing in is that Peter Malouk has his own podcast, which means that whenever it gets to those moments where he is taking over Mike Illig's job at not pretending to read, struggling to read. We won't have those anymore.
Be better. Yeah. Also, Carrie, I think you added an R to his name. You made him Malort.
That's okay.
That's okay, a gross liquor.
Every single that's true. But Chicago is playing right now, so but every time I see it, I keep thinking that it's like Peeta from Hunger Games.
Carrie, that means you're a Bears fan. Is this something I should have known about you?
I'm not a Bears fan. It's just I feel like they have the least stake in Kansas City.
Okay. Yeah. Okay. I see.
Sometimes you just watch games because they're on too, not that you have a real stake.
I can only hear my.
Yeah.
You're watching NFL?
Football. That loves
right now,
football.
No. I watched about 20 minutes of the snow game earlier today.
Dude, I have not
noted football fan Thad Bell.
The Chiefs were out of contention the same week that my fantasy team was done, and I have maybe watched 3 snaps of NFL since then in the last month plus.
I can hear my neighbors yelling every single time, assuming Chicago is doing something.
That Bills Broncos game was crazy last night.
Oh, poor Josh Allen. Not really.
Yeah.
Okay. Any other final thoughts on the ownership group of farewell, a tribute to the Illigs, a thank you and see you later, anything like that?
I mean, they're not completely gone. They still have some
true.
ownership stake. I imagine that they'll still have a suite and free tickets.
Oh, yeah.
Yep. They're still at 10%, I believe.
Hopefully Illig's wife will come in and give Rafa Wiki a glass of wine when he wins.
Oh, yeah. I forgot about that.
Or
he might be a whiskey guy. Who knows? We'll have to find out.
Well, yeah. I mean, or what do they drink in Switzerland?
Melted cheese.
That cheese stuff.
Hot chocolate.
But again, kudos and thanks to the Illigs for everything they did. But again, it says that they're still managing the team. Right. I do think at some point they will step away from managing the team when all the paperwork is done, board of governors things, all those things. I don't know if those are all accomplished yet. I don't know that they're not. I'm just saying I don't know. And I think that those might still be stuff.
Everything seems to be sold, like all in the future still.
So that's why I think, like agreements are all there, but it's just that maybe when he's finally done, and maybe that's why the investment won't actually take place until next season. But I'm kind of hoping it gets, we get to the summer window and David Lee's going, Mr. Peter, I could really use a new attacking midfielder or something.
Yeah, that's exactly what I was thinking. Summer window, maybe when this starts,
Yeah.
hopefully.
Well,
don't know
as
why.
always, if Sam has gotten the go ahead to post something, then we know that it is real. So I think we're able
Yeah.
to talk about it.
Well,
So
I'm
yeah,
not
the
saying it wasn't
Illies.
real. I'm just saying it's not necessarily happened yet because it you have to sign paperwork to actually be in charge.
So the Illigs are down to 10%. What is Mahomes at?
Like half of one.
Right.
Is
I
it
don't.
really that little? Then that's
Yeah.
just for show. That's the same as all these other like small leagues and teams that get a celebrity owner, but they didn't buy anything. It's just like a promo thing.
Well, they spent money, but not much. I'm sure. I mean,
I'm
nobody knows. Nobody's ever said how much he actually has.
yeah. Okay.
But you also have to think about like how much money Mahomes has. And Mahomes is exceptionally rich for like a normal person, but has like 1% of Malouk's wealth.
Oh yeah.
Not even that. Yeah.
He does not have like sports ownership money.
Does
David, Robert just told you it's 1,000 thousands, or it's a
1,000
millions.
millions.
For 1 billion.
For one
Yeah.
For
billion, yes.
1 billion. He's got 11 of the billions.
Hey, Cody, Duolingo has a math component now. If you want to work on that, because I know math is hard.
No, it's an interesting thing. Evolutionarily, humans never had the need to grasp like the vastness of space or really large numbers like this. So when people talk about billion and trillion, and we genuinely are just not good at it. Humans just never developed that ability. It's really interesting.
No, you're right. I understand. And at one point, we didn't understand the concept of zero either. But sometimes I've looked at my bank account and it came to a realization I understood it.
We'll be right back.
Every sip of Coca-Cola brings you closer to the excitement of the FIFA World Cup 26. Because nothing compares to the joy. So grab a Coke and drink in the FIFA World Cup 26. No purchase necessary. 18 plus in 50 U.S. states and D.C. with a web-enabled device. Ends March 1st with 8 entry periods. Rules at cokeurl.com/soccer rules.
I had that dream again. My small business needs to hire, but I don't use LinkedIn, and I hire an energy vampire. But also, they're a literal vampire. And suddenly, my team is spending all their time sharpening wooden stakes and buying bulk silver and rehearsing ancient chants, and then I wake up.
Don't let hiring nightmares ruin your dreams. LinkedIn Jobs' new AI assistant takes insights from over 1 billion professionals to create a short list of the best fits for you. Post your job for free at linkedin.com/quality. Start hiring today with LinkedIn.
All right, let's get to the actual players on the field. A lot has been happening in the front office, signings in that regard, but they actually have to play some games. They need a full roster. So let's start with Cesar Inga. This is the first one. This is one ESPN Peru has said it is done. This was a bit of a roller coaster, Thad. It was rumored. We thought maybe something was going to happen, and then it seemed like it went the other way. It was going to be done, and then all of a sudden yesterday we got some news from ESPN Peru.
Yeah, it's been swinging back and forth, man. Like there's another weird one out there this time too, but I think it's pretty normal that these things do happen, and we just don't always hear about them. But yeah, they need outside backs, and they now have a left back apparently. Wait till it's officially announced. But
Robert, did you do any digging? Look at the YouTube highlights with some crazy soundtrack to it.
Sounds like you did, Cody. But you said left back, Thad. Yeah, that's probably what it'll be. But he has played some time at center back, so possibility there because Lord knows we need him. But no, Cody, did you unearth some highlights?
Nope, I have not done that yet. I like to wait until it's a little bit more real. And I wasn't sure about this one. This one seems weird, but
yeah, I looked at it a little bit, but it was from a couple years ago. So he's what 22, 23 now. So
Yeah.
these would have been from like he's 21. And there's look decent, but I don't know the competition that well. So saw some good passes, couple good defensive moves, and
yeah,
the music wasn't as bad as normal.
Well, he
Yeah,
had some
one of
other
those-
clubs after him too, so that's good.
one of those standard MLS rumors we get over the years. If if anyone wants to act like they know a lot about this guy and say that's a terrible signing, then they're probably lying, or the opposite as well. So 23-year-old, not generation Adidas, but still young. He's Peruvian. Yeah, just fingers crossed is where I'm at with all of the signings like this.
His coach seemed very sad that they were giving him away.
Yes. That's why I got stopped the first time, if I remember right. There was like an agreement. They went, nope. Coach said no. Owner
There you go,
said
Carrie.
yes.
Carrie, point for vibes. That's all I'm looking for.
And then somebody apparently from Sporting flew down there to talk to him in person, and I want to think it was Mr. Burns going, excellent.
So the other one that Carrie was hinting at earlier, Calvin Harris, not that Calvin Harris, but a different Calvin Harris, former generation Adidas player. He's been with Cincinnati and Colorado. Carrie, what do you like about this one?
I mean, if we're going back to vibes, a guy that is tatted up and British, we haven't had that in a while.
Yes. Yes, it's got a good look. Thad, I saw you desperately searching through some old photos to see if you could find him.
Yeah, I did. But he played against Sporting last season when Colorado was in their, multi-game losing streak against Sporting Kansas City, which then got their coach a wonderful job with the NWSL, but I won't really dive into that right now. So anyway, yeah, Calvin Harris actually saved a goal off the line when I think it was Dayon made a header to the back post and he headed it back out.
All right, that's good. David, what do you think? Do you know Calvin Harris? Not the musician?
No, I know the musician who is Scottish, so he might know ball. But no, I don't. I can't pretend like I know enough about whether or not he'll be good or bad.
Okay.
Do you think he'll be better than Shoppy, David? What are the
asking
odds
the
there?
real questions?
Well, let me ask for those of you who have actually watched him play, does he play with both feet or just one foot?
He plays with speed.
There you
Well,
go.
that's good.
And
He
he
hasn't had
stands
that
up.
in a while.
He stands
supposedly
upright
the
too.
fastest. He was supposedly the fastest free agent that was in MLS. And now take that for whatever grain of salt you want, but in 1,300 minutes, he scored 5 goals and had 3 assists. And Shoppy had 2,000 minutes with 2 goals and 4 assists.
I mean, former generation Adidas, you have to think he has both feet.
Yeah.
Wasn't Kyrie Shelton a Generation Adidas player?
I don't think so, but I think he was just on Messi's list.
David, we're supposed to be positive here tonight, and you threw that out. Come on, man.
Oh, well, no, just,
Gotta bring up Kyrie. You're gonna throw Kyrie in our face for years, aren't you?
I love Kyrie.
Kyrie was a good player until he was overpaid, and that's not his fault. It's the previous Pewter's fault.
What is he doing now, I wonder? Anyway,
Kyrie? Male
Haven't seen him
modeling?
turn up anywhere.
male modeling. Okay.
That's
Probably.
honestly a great guess. He's actually done some of that before. So
Yes, Kyrie was Generation Adidas.
Yeah, he went like second or third overall in the draft,
Second.
didn't he? Yeah.
Second by NYCFC. Yep.
Out of UConn, I think.
Oregon State.
Oh, okay. Same thing.
close.
You said Yukon, I was thinking Alaska. I was like, what? Oh. But yeah, not every Generation Adidas player turns out. I mean, if Calvin Harris was the amazing player that you wanted to get out of a draft, which again, I don't have any faith in most draft that stuff now. But anyway, he wouldn't be a free agent. Somebody would have kept him already. So,
Is he better than Wilson Harris? How about that one?
Ooh, I liked Wilson Harris.
I bet he's way faster,
Okay. All right. Fair enough.
but Wilson Harris could pop in goals if you would get it anywhere near him, anywhere near the goal. So
Poacher. Yeah.
Yeah, that dude, he could score. I wish he'd gotten a better chance.
yeah, he did have chances. That's the thing. You wish you would have played more here, but he went on trial with at least one or two other teams that were bad, and they declined him. But he played really well in USL, which is not a shameful thing. But one of my favorite ones was he read a back pass before it was made, and he was already on the run when the guy made the back pass to the keeper, and he just ran right by the guy and scored. So
That I wanted to ask if you had heard any other murmurs and rumors out there, but one thing I thought was funny. We don't need to spend too much time on it, but that Rogers Mateo situation or Rogers Matto situation, where there was rumored that Sporting Kansas City had was interested in him, had maybe made an offer, and the club who had him had even posted on their site that something was done, and then that was taken away, and then he eventually signed with Hearts. So I just thought it was kind of a funny situation that in these international transfers that there's like a third party sending an offer and some team that doesn't know what's going on that's posting on their website that it's done, and I just thought all of this was hilarious.
Yeah, I don't think Varder, which is the team that he was with, is the most organized. And
Clearly,
this is actually quite a normal thing when we always worry about this when we get a player down to the last half year of their season, they can sign with another team. And that's what he did was he signed with Hearts, and Varder tried to say, "Oh, we just sold you." Well, it's too late. He already signed a pre-contract. So
right?
that's completely legal, totally normal in FIFA. And interesting little fact, I want to say Vlaco might have played for Varder.
Oh, really?
I think you might be right.
Vlatko for
And
Varder.
Goran Karajov, which was one of his assistants back in the day also. So,
Interesting.
I played indoor with him.
So Thad,
yeah.
it's off season. Rumors are swirling. Got your ear to the ground. Are you hearing anything?
Okay, well, I've heard two things, and it's so not very concrete. So this is just stuff. One was I'd heard that there was going to be another homegrown signing, and my under I don't what I don't understand is whether it'll be a straight homegrown to the first team or they have what they call hybrid deals. And again, this is not even I'm not even 100% sure it's done yet, but I'd heard that there was going to be a homegrown, and it could be a hybrid where he goes to SKC2 for a year or two and then goes to the first team. That's what Cello was. I want to say Jake Davis, Juan Kuzain, maybe. They do that more often than what we hear about. You're like, oh, they're signed to the two team. Oh, then the pro player pathway, they advanced to the first team. Well, they already had a contract for that. It just nobody really knew it. So I think that might be what it is. And my two guesses on that is probably, but the first one is probably ZLR Zor Zamir. Yeah, I can't remember how to say his name correctly, so I don't want
Nailed
to
it.
butcher it. And then there's also a center back, Luca, and there's another center back who could be the one, but I probably think it's the ZLR guy, if it
Okay.
happens.
I'm glad you gave the names there at the end because I was wondering. I know Peter Vermees had did some fancy work, and Daniel Shalvey played for the team for like a week and then was signed as a homegrown. But I was wondering that because you hadn't said names yet, that we must know who it is, right? It is almost likely to be one of the two guys you would think it would be. It's not going to be somebody else out of left field.
No, I don't think it would be anybody out of left field. And I think ZLR is the most likely one, um, just because he was the first of his age to play in MLS Next last year, like the first whatever age group he was. It's like he's like really young, 14, came
Has
in.
Stats and Info come up with his name yet? David. Oh wow, I just combined Carey and David. Carey or David, have you looked at this? Get this guy's name. I like ZLR. That's a good start, but but Thad doesn't seem to know what this is yet.
Yeah, it's he played in the scrimmage. Zamir Loyo Reynaga, Reynaga.
Okay. ZLR. I like it.
Yeah, so he was because I was there at the game. I knew he was going to get possible start or a possible time, not start, but he came in like in the second half. And again, he looked good, but he also looked like somebody who was like, okay, what do I do? What do I do? Because he was 14 playing with semi-adults, and that's how it works.
So one other time, Thad, we were talking about what all this team needed to do in the front office, and you were listing off hirings that they needed to make. And when you were doing it, you just kept talking. You just kept going. And it seemed like there's no one hired for the team, no one in the front office. And they've been filling those in a little bit. But how many more of these hirings do we have? Or are there any more of those coming?
That's a good question. I'm pretty sure there's an assistant coach coming and
Okay.
a goalkeeper coach. And again, I was talking to somebody who apparently they believe they know who the goalkeeper coach was, but they would not tell me. And I kept making guesses, and he kept saying, "Nope, you know who it is." So I'd make another guess, like the two-team coach, the two-team goalie coach. "Nope, you know who it is." I'd be like, "Bringing back this guy." "Nope, you know who it is." and it just kept going and going. And I'm like, honestly,
Amelia.
that was my guess.
Jimmy Nielsen.
Oh, well, I was gonna say Jimmy Nielsen first, but then he's just got hired somewhere else, didn't he?
Yeah,
In
he did.
Oklahoma City.
Yeah,
A sturdy redwood.
It just seems like if a guy is saying no, you know who it is, then it's
Right.
not, you don't need to like look through all of the coaches on the roster so far. It's like it would be somebody like Melia or Nielsen or something, I would think.
yeah, and that
Tony
was my
Meola.
guess.
Meal. Oh
Yeah,
crap.
I was going to say
No,
Mila. Yeah.
he's got a cushy. I think Apple's probably, well, no, everything went to shit with Apple. So maybe maybe they don't pay them that well anymore. I don't know.
Yeah, he's got a gig with Sirius. He's got a gig with Apple. He's got a gig with Fox Sports. He
Yeah.
was an announcer for Chicago actually, because I remember him. He
Oh
called
yeah.
Wiki's games because he mentioned that when he was announced. So that's my guess. I have no clue if that's who it is, man. So I'm not saying that's who it is, but that was actually my last guess. But the person had got off the phone with me after we'd already been talking for like an hour, so they'll probably be announced in the next week or two. It sounds like so.
Well,
Andy
starting to make
Greenbaum. John Kempen. Eric Kronberg.
Oh, Lord. Digging deep.
The Chilean
Actually-
guy who sucked, and that's why we had Tim.
Luis Marines.
Oh yeah, Marine.
Yeah.
Went back to the family after a couple months, right?
There was a better guess that somebody put out there was Andy Grunenbaum.
Lives in Kansas City.
And runs like a goalkeeper academy and stuff like that. My only doubt on him, again, he was a nice guy, pretty good goalie when he was good. My only doubt on him would be that he hasn't coached at a professional level, I don't think. So you could say that for Tim if it was somebody like that also, but Tim's just like fresh out of it. So
Thad, you are a good podcaster when you're good.
yeah, which isn't often enough.
So it's starting to sound like all this with Peter Malouk saying next season the investment is coming. That's starting to make sense to me. All of these hirings came a little late. We still got 2 more coaches to hire. Not seeing a lot of path forward on a successful squad on the field this year. But we're going to go to break and we're going to come back and talk about that. We'll be right back.
How does PwC take your company to the leading edge? They bring the sharpest minds in tech to your team so you can bring the ideas that will transform your business. They're passionate about your industry so you can walk into any room with every advantage. And they're with you every step of the way so you can know you're headed in the right direction. PwC builds for what's next so you can get there now. Get started at pwc.com/us/leading edge.
All right. I want to talk about what we think it could actually happen with the team this year. But Thad, they actually played a game. They won it's becoming a tradition, I guess, with the preseason home opener with Florida International. They got to win. They lost last year, got to win this year.
That they did. Very exciting. 1-0 win. Shoppy scored in like the 8th minute. Yay.
All right. Ball's rolling, Thad.
Yeah, no, I'm not complaining, man. I mean, it's better than a loss, but the loss didn't really mean much either.
We're
It
better than last
foreshadowed.
year.
There you go, Carrie. That's what I was looking for. Thank you. What do you got, David?
I said last year's loss was foreshadowing.
Well, then what is this foreshadow?
Supporter shield.
Oh,
Right.
Okay.
And Shappy learning how to score with both feet and a golden boot.
Well, there we go. See, all positive direction this offseason. And maybe even just like the last year, right? Wasn't getting rid of Vermees, that was the first thing in this line. And then a lot of good things in this offseason, I think, so far. But the season is starting, like before too long. The roster is not all the way complete. There's still coaches that need to be hired. Robert, when it comes to the team this year, we know it was going to be a rebuild, but are they going to be able to put a competitive team together this year? Or are we waiting another year?
Well, first, Cody, I want to know what David's drinking over there. But anyway, so I mean, we're at 19 players if you count Inga, right? And I think the phrase was used by someone else in the soccer world that the cupboard is still pretty bare. Yeah, we got some guys who could field a decent team who have MLS experience, and most of them anyway. And we got Dayon. Sure, there's always hope there, and there's some talent here, but it's not the level that MLS has come. The contenders are these days. there's a long way to go before that happens. So, yeah, Cody, I mean, there's good positive signs. We got some good guys. We're building a good base. We're young. We're getting a style of play, created, identity as a club again, but it's going to be a while.
Carrie, we're gonna waste another year of Joveljic, aren't we? And then when the team finally comes around and it comes time, we gotta sign another striker. Then we're never gonna find one again.
I don't know. I feel like there's a little bit more hope for that summer window and that they could figure something out in that last later part of the season.
Yeah, like with
Unless,
no
unless,
expectations. Go ahead.
unless we're flipping the switch and we're like, all right, when we switch over to the fall to spring schedule, we will be good. But until then, don't expect anything.
Fans will be so upset if that's the case, if that's even remotely an attitude. So I've already seen people complain, oh yeah, now it'll be another year before we buy players. Uh, Again, I think that they might be looking in the summer window. Again, don't know this, but they're still trying to sign players right now, and honestly, the transfer window for the U.S. isn't even open yet.
Worst case scenario, we're back at like the 3 window
Yeah.
thought process again, which is next
Yeah,
summer
just
or next,
just
not
two
next summer.
windows behind. Like
Yeah.
it was supposed to have started 2 windows ago. Now the 3 window starts.
They did get Dayon, they did get Manu, they did get David's
Shoppy.
favorite little player. But yeah, I still think. I mean, they got to get players. They still have to get players. They supposedly spent $1 million on Inga, right? I don't know how
Yeah.
good he is, but if David Lee thinks he was worth spending $1 million transfer fee on, if that's even remotely accurate, then I hope he's good enough to be a very good left back, right? I don't expect us to be winning MLS Cup this year. In fact, I expect that the beginning of the season is going to be slow and filled with dramatic moments that will be great and terrible. And they will get somewhere if they get to the midway point with the summer window coming up and they think that a player or two could make a big difference. I think somebody might drop a little cash and make that difference. Otherwise, yeah, maybe it will be next season. But I think that this is a season that if you got to find out if Wiki can coach still. There's all these things. I think I think he has this season and the little mini season next year to really make his mark.
I don't know. You guys have both mentioned the summer window this year when the money has already said the money's coming next year. So I just think we need to, anything that comes, it will be a pleasant surprise if we operate on that. Like you said, they've already spent $1 million here. I don't know how much he is trying to spend this year if he's saying it's coming next year. So I think it would take, maybe there's no expectations here at the beginning of the season and they play a little more free and fun and secure some points. And I think they would have to do really well in order to hurry up that investment that is supposedly coming next year.
Well, if Malouk is true to his word, Kerry, I don't know what the percentage was, 99.5, he sees us struggling in the first part of the season and that summer transfer window comes, he's going to splash some cash. I think he's going to say, okay, I've had enough.
Or he's going to start firing people.
He
Could be.
he did say in that article that he goes to probably like half the sporting games.
Yeah.
Imagine having that much money and you can't do anything right there and then.
Yeah.
I mean, we all do that. But when he actually has stake,
Carrie, I'm realizing you said earlier he has a podcast and we just kind of glossed over that. What's his podcast?
he has a few. Or at least he has a few appearances on different ones.
I think that's probably more likely.
I mean,
like
he's
he
a
was
fu-
on did he do a My First Million? Did he do a My First Billion episode? That's
I
a
don't
good
know.
podcast if anyone is looking. My First Million.
I scrolled around to his Instagram, and his Instagram is just like his like own podcast clips,
Okay.
and they're pretty active and
Hey,
recent.
seems like he's willing. Thad, get on that.
I'll work on that.
The only thing that separates us and him, really, if you think about it, is just a few $1 billion.
Yeah, that's the only thing, and it's just a small thing. I mean, it's only a few little letters, like how many, like A, F, E, W, B, I, L. Yeah, it's really close. We're very much the same.
So, Cody, do you want to go any further on the roster? Because I just have one more thing I could say. Up
Yeah.
to you.
Yeah, go for it.
Okay. Look at the roster. Okay, Dayon would start for other MLS clubs, right?
Mm-hmm.
nobody in the midfield to me is a guaranteed starter for any MLS club.
Manu.
Guaranteed?
Yeah.
No,
Yeah.
it depends on the club. He's a starter for like half.
Yeah, maybe. And then nobody in the back. I don't think Jansen's going to start for anybody that's a contender. I'm talking about contending teams here, guys.
No, you can just eliminate 29 teams like for a lot of this.
Well, then,
And
okay,
then-
of the contending teams, is Joveljic starting over, I don't know,
Most.
pick the
Most.
Oh, yeah.
Okay.
Yeah,
No. He's quality.
Joveljic is top 5 striker in the league. And like,
I mean, I agree. Yeah. But
He's-
you just talked about all among the contenders, and that means there's 4 other guys that are on that list that are maybe ahead of him if he's top 5.
Yeah, I mean, start for one of those contenders. And then, of course, Pulskamp, he's not in that category either. So, again, the roster is not top talent for sure. We're just hoping it gets there sooner the better.
We're going to have to come up with some songs for Decky. We really need to keep him happy here while he carries us through the lean years.
If he wants to send me a voice memo, like I have a Manu, he's welcome to.
Yeah.
What's
we
up?
need to remix that Manu into something.
maybe Calvin Harris can help us.
Yeah, but we talked about Decky being in the top 5. He was top 5 with a bad team.
Yes, that's
Right.
true.
If he was on a team that was even mid-pack of playoff level, I mean, he might have scored another 5 goals. I don't know. You
Sure.
can't guess that. You can't know that, but he would have maybe had a lot more opportunities.
No, he's the truth. That dude can play.
I know. Even when I was trying to just come up with the best strikers, like anyone better than him earlier, I couldn't come up with anything. I was like, so he would start over, and then, well, yeah, he would. I'm like drawing a blank on somebody that he would not start over.
No, there's a couple that he would have. It would have been a competition for sure. Like
Who?
it's,
Yeah.
Name them. So that's what I'm saying. It's not.
Dan
It's not that
Kay
easy.
for Cincinnati for 1.
Yeah.
Let's
That
see.
guy that wasn't it. Oh, Messi did win the Golden Boot at the end, but there was a guy for Nashville.
Surge.
Surge.
Yes,
Yeah.
he was. Yeah, he was
Uh,
just ahead of.
San Diego guy too wasn't he in the?
Right. Dryer.
Yeah.
Oh yeah, yeah.
Mm-hmm.
Sorry, my mind wasn't on MLS yet, but
No,
Yes.
I'm not either.
so those guys were all in that same competition level. Like, if Decky had been on those teams, maybe he scores more goals, but maybe he doesn't because there's more other people to score goals. You know what I mean? That's sometimes the problem when you have a superstar striker is everybody feeds that guy, and the scoring dries up around him. So you got to have a little more balance. But I don't know. That's why I can't say for sure.
Let's not forget Bawanga and, of course, his new teammate, Sonny.
So I'm looking ahead here. Next game in the preseason lineup here is next Saturday, the 24th. They're taking on an actual MLS team, the Chicago Fire.
Ooh, Wiki versus Wiki former.
They're really just doing one game a week here until mid-February.
And they go to Coachella Valley Invitational. Woo. I do think that there will be, at least a few more player signings by then. But team's still going to take a while to gel because you're going to get a lot of those guys in late. Even that's why I just think it'll be a bit of a slow start, and we'll see what they can do with it.
We haven't even talked about this. That is Wiki coaching in quotation marks? Finger on the nose? Is he? What's going on there? Is he the coach yet, or what's happening?
Of course, he's not coaching. He doesn't have his P1 visa yet, as far as we know.
Okay. Yeah, of
I
course
mean-
he's not.
Cody, are you trying to get him preemptively deported? Like, what do you? Why ask that?
Are
So
you pro?
was he's just looking? He's just on the sideline watching. Where is there an MLS official there that's like looking and saying no, he can't say anything. He can't do that. You can.
There's a
you can
drone.
cheer.
I
Do you
don't
want
think it
this
would be
team
an
to
MLS.
succeed?
I don't think it'd be an MLS official, but there might be other ways to surveil soccer fields. I mean, just ask Canadian men's national team.
Hey, you beat me to
Surveil?
it.
Is that a new word?
Not a new
Yes.
word. That's
I
the
was
proper
trying to
word.
figure out how to get to the Canada joke, and then you beat me to it. Good job.
Surveil is not a new word. It's part of surveillance.
All right. Anything else from the soccering world?
Not
Uh,
MLS related, but did anybody watch the AFCON finals today?
I did not. I missed that this time around. What do you got on it, David?
It was crazy.
It was insane.
I did get the ESPN alert. I did see an insane finish to a game.
Yeah, so it's in Morocco. Finals are Morocco versus Senegal. Senegal scores a goal that gets overturned by the softest penalty foul call I've ever seen, or one of them.
And was this at the end of the game?
It was at the end of the game.
Yeah.
Then Morocco runs down, and is it Brahman Diaz? Is that how you say his name? I think.
Sure. Nailed it.
Runs down and falls to the ground and demands a foul in the box, which the referee awards him. And it pissed off Senegal so bad that they pulled their team off the pitch.
Oh, wow.
What did he do? Flash some cash as he fell, or how did he demand this foul?
He flopped to the ground and then was, screaming and put on a real show.
Oh, somebody asked Siri.
Yeah, my watch responded. Sorry about that.
But he threw quite the tantrum. He gets awarded the PK. Senegal's livid. They pull their players off the pitch because they're like, okay, you just stole this from us. Diaz then tries a Panenka, and because he's not Ilie Sanchez, it is not successful. It gets saved
on an empty net. Oh, okay.
No. They ended up putting the team back out after a while. But
oh my God, I was hoping this was going to end with he missed it on an empty net.
And then Senegal wins.
Wow.
Nice.
In extra time.
Justice.
Yeah, I'm still waiting to see the real highlights because I couldn't watch the game, but I was kind of following on a tracker and stuff, and it was crazy.
Sounds like ball never lies to me.
Ball doesn't lie.
Right. So,
sorry,
yeah.
Cody. You mentioned. I'll just mention this really quick. Cody, a fellow Ginger, the whole Josh Sargent situation, pretty bizarre.
Yes.
What's
I need
going
to hear
on
this.
there? What is Josh Sargent thinking? I mean, he was in a good spot with his club. He just wants to go to Toronto.
Yeah, I don't know. That is an odd situation. Coming back home, I guess.
I think it's a smart move for him.
No.
I mean, I guess it's not home, but
yeah,
it's not even the same country. Although,
hemisphere.
I mean, as a couple of us on this podcast can attest, we may not want to move back to St. Louis either.
Well, that's true.
All right, so I have a trivia question for Cody and Cody alone.
Oh, Jesus.
There was a Mike stat that he is very fond of that happened yesterday.
Okay.
Do you know what it is?
No. I was working all day yesterday.
Well, Twitter is usable by after you're working, right? Doesn't have
definitely
to be
not
live.
on Twitter. Whether I'm working or not, I'm not on Twitter anymore.
Well, he's also Blue Sky, and he may have posted it otherwise. But
I missed that. I'm sorry, Mike Stat.
A sporting Kansas City streak happened yesterday that has happened every single year of the club's existence.
Days without playing a game because it's off season.
No.
National team player.
You think that would be a Mike stat, Cody?
Maybe.
A player played for a national team.
Okay.
Do you know who that was?
Zoran Basong.
You're right. He earned a cap, and his sixth cap. You want to have any guesses of who he tied with that had the same amount of caps for Sporting?
Marino Shanice.
Yeah, I was going to say, it wouldn't be a big name. It'd be one of those guys on an obscure country. Like, how many did Namath have? How many Christian Namath have?
I don't know. I don't have the answer to that. I do have the answer to how many also had 6 caps for their team while they played with Sporting.
Hmm.
And I guarantee you more than one of them.
Oh, that is more than one. How many?
5.
Oh.
So we're not allowed to participate here?
So it's at least 6, you're saying. I thought
the 6 that they have got 6.
Yeah.
So.
Okay.
All right. So just 6. That's it. All right, Robert, you want to give one?
Benny fell.
Oh, I thought.
No.
Okay.
No.
Come on, Robert.
How many did he get?
I thought this was for
1
me.
caps.
Oh, I already got that one was so I got the one that was just for me.
Well, you weren't ever getting the rest of them anyway, so he needed to expand the search. Carrie.
Should I say the obvious one?
No, I want to.
Okay, I'll go Sunny Saad.
Yes.
I saw the
was
Mike
mine.
stat.
That was mine.
David.
I was gonna say Sunni Saad.
I once had Sunni Saad's signature in like my middle school binder.
Ooh.
So I'm going to purposefully get it wrong because I want to say a deep cut name that is like brutally wrong because this guy has so many international caps.
Oh, like the
So-
record of all time?
The Indian Messi, Sunil Chetri.
Yes.
But how many did he have while he was with Sporting? Because this is while
seems
with the
Like
team.
like 647.
At least 6.
No,
While
he
he
was
was
only
with
with the team for a
Sporting.
little
Yeah,
while.
right.
All right,
So
Robert,
he's not one of them?
No.
When do I get to go?
All right, Cody.
Go, Cody.
Matt Beasler.
No, Matt had way more while he was with Sporting.
I see. So it is. That was my
It's-
question. I thought you said it is more than 6. It's someone with exactly 6.
Exactly 6.
As
Okay.
they were a Sporting player.
Yes.
Durso.
No.
Daniel.
Did we already
No.
say Mourinho?
Johnny's? Yeah, somebody said that, and that's not right.
Okay.
At least
Buzio.
according to Mike. One of these players is still playing in not MLS.
Buzio.
Ding.
Oh, nice.
I saw the mic stat. I'm sorry.
Okay.
Oh.
Oh,
You're cheating.
one
No,
of
I
these
deserve
players.
Sunni
I
Saad
saw-
then. Give me Sunni Saad.
I saw it yesterday, like as soon as it came out. Apologies.
Yeah, I see. That's why I made it.
Games.
That's why I wanted to make it just Cody because I didn't think he would
Ah.
actually see the
And we're
social
talking
media
full national
post,
team,
whichever one it was
obviously.
on.
I follow Mike stats.
Exactly.
This is an odd Mike stat. Who had specifically 6 is a weird. That's a weird stat.
But he has
Well-
it.
Yeah, it's right here. Tonight, by the way, was Basong's 6th cap as a member of Sporting KC, the same number as Busio, Saad, a former Wizard, and a former Wizard.
Oh, well then that's Robert's
Preki
territory.
didn't get
Then
6. Preki had less than 6.
Jimmy,
Oh, yeah, probably-
Jimmy Conrad.
Jimmy Edmore. All right, I'll just start giving them to you because I don't want to take the whole night. Former defender,
Oh,
my
I have no idea.
daughter's crush for 1 year before you
Can I
got.
say one of the names before you go any further?
Sure.
Davey Arnell?
No.
Oh,
Chris Klein is the one you were just talking about.
No.
Oh, I thought that
Nick.
was one. Oh, Nick Garcia.
Yep. Another one. Onandi Low.
hmm
Yeah.
And-
See, you were just doing this to make fun of me. No one knew these.
And Uche.
Okafor.
Yes.
Rest in peace.
Carrie knew them.
Carrie cheated.
She did not know them.
I saw them yesterday.
She
Also,
did not cheat
weird
by,
Mike stat.
by
whole 24
looking at
hours.
social media.
I'm declaring victory. You asked me a question and I answered it right away.
Hold on, I will say who do we get to thank for this? Everyone say it with me. Thank you, Jesse Marsh.
Yes, true that.
I was going to say Mike Kuhn because he's the one that
Also,
tracks
also
this
thank you,
stuff
Mike.
to the point
Also, thanks,
of
Mike.
Some
insanity.
credit.
Because I knew we were going to talk about the owner and the team and all stuff, and I didn't want to take a lot of time with like a deep game. So I was just like, "Hey, Mike, what would be a good stat to throw out for?" Because I have a couple ideas, but they might take a little bit longer. I didn't think this would take that long, quite honestly.
It's a good time to get Matt to get Mike on the show on the off season. Things are happening, big changes happening. Would like to get his opinion on it.
Well, we will invite him on to the next one.
Okay, little teaser for you.
Is there anything else for this pod?
No one said anything about the current. You guys weren't happy about the current last time we talked.
There's a keeping current with Kansas City that was, well, a couple different ones that have covered
Yes, there have.
the hiring of the guy who used to coach Colorado.
And who do we thank for that one? Everyone say it. Thank you, Jesse Marsh.
Yeah.
Right. Jesse giveth and Jesse really give it to us. But we also covered the schedule, the news about, season-ending injuries to Timois and Cooper still in existence. Not saying they're the rest of the season.
Sad.
Okay.
You'll see them this season. You'll see them in the early season, I'm pretty sure, but still.
Yeah.
Well, Thad, we got off of Sporting Kansas City for a bit. You want to give us something prophetic as we look ahead to
Well,
this new season?
Sure, but since we got off the sporting subject, I will just throw out a Comets update too,
Oh yeah.
because they had went on a 3-game not winning streak because they lost a couple times in overtime. But they've had two games this weekend, Friday and today, Sunday, and they won both of those. So one on the road.
Here we go. Now, I want to hear something prophetic. So many changes happening. It's all in a positive direction. Fan base still is not happy. Maybe they're happy curious. Maybe it's like creeping in a little bit. Give them something. Give us something prophetic, Thad Bell.
Prophetic, not profound, right?
Maybe both. Maybe both, Thad.
See, I always tried to go profound when you said prophetic, which is not what you asked. But that's why I'm just trying to clarify, man. Prophetic is like predicting.
Right.
I've already kind of said that the team will start slow, but will continue to get better throughout the season. And we will see if there's big changes that can be made in the summer window, which is usually too late to make huge changes, but could make a good playoff run.
Neither prophetic nor profound.
That's exactly prophetic. I'm saying what I think will happen.
But there was no prophesizing. That was just like the most likely thing.
Peter Malouk will be richer at the end of the year than he is right now.
Sporting!
The other side don't seem so tough, and 3 own goals ain't all that rough. Our skipper has just been sent off. Supporters strong have all gone soft. My football team's got me drinking. My football team's got me drinking. My football team's got me drinking. Give me beer or whiskey, wine or gin, anything to shake this mood.